Hey, my name is Renison Jeffrey, and this is the Workers' Rights Platform. There's a bill that is about to be debated today in Parliament. Today is the 5th of December, 2025. Now, a whole lot of speculation was around this whole entire bill, but citizens of this country, we must pay attention to what this UNC government is engaging in doing today. They are seeking to raise the borrowing rate from $50 million to $45 billion. Now, the person that would have alarmed the situation was Marsha Walker. Now, many of you would have said that, hey, she have asked the grind. But have any of you ever listened to the validity of her message? We do. We hear it all the time. And the government never disputed it. They never sent her any pre-action protocol letter or whatsoever. Because, in my estimation, is the truth. So, here it is. We are seeing this development with this UNC government. Let me tell you what the trolls are going to say online. Go listen to she. She against our Prime Minister. And none of it is commentary to attack the statement. They will use a list or a slew of ad hominem attacks. I expecting Arnold Roberts and Philip Edward Alexander to attack Marsha Walker and not attack what she's saying on her own. Now, there is going to be some good things, yes, the UNC would have done or may have intentions of doing. But your good intentions, if it's not aligning with your actions, they are just dreams. So Marsha Walker would have discovered this, and I would like you, Trinidad and Tobago, has to pay attention to what is going on play up next. But take into consideration, why is the government of this country engaging in this act of secrecy? Thanks for watching.
On Friday, the government is going to bring the finance bill to Parliament. In that bill, we would see the property tax repealed. So, of course, I can see it now. Headlines: promise made, promise delivered, property tax repealed. The problem is, just a few clauses before, the government is seeking to raise the borrowing limit from $50 million to $45 billion. Let me repeat that. In the bill, the government is seeking to raise the external borrowing limit. So the government right now can borrow up to $50 million according to law. The government right now is seeking to move that from $50 million to $45 billion. As I said, the manipulation will be property tax, property tax, property tax repealed. That's what the headlines are going to be. Very similar to now, we're all busy talking about rumors of war and rumors of back pay, and we have totally forgotten that they've dipped into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund, that we've seen a withdrawal from our foreign exchange. There's literally $1 billion US unaccounted for, withdrawn, and nobody's talking about it. The media doesn't seem to be asking questions to the government, asking where is that money. We are seeing that they're spending a lot of money. They're gone Bahrain, they're gone Dubai, and lots of pictures. But we've not had a report to indicate how much did that trip cost, because quite a few ministers went. What concrete agreements were signed? What benefits, what concrete benefits were signed? Because, you know, Trinidad opened for business. But if you ask me, the reason they want to increase the borrowing limit to $45 billion is because nobody in biting. They ain't selling nothing. So all the pie in the sky dreams, this government is buying, is borrowing money. They're going to borrow to thief. They're going to borrow to put up things which is their way of stealing. They're going to borrow to buy votes, because we keep asking where they're getting the $3.8 billion in back pay. How are they funding the 10% wage increase? How are they funding the property tax repeal? All these fancy promises that they're making, we keep asking, how are they funding it? We already have a debt problem. But you know what? We don't care, because it's just we children and we grandchildren have to pay back all of this money. I am ending the video reminding Trinidad and Tobago that on Friday, when they put out all their memes, because I keep saying UNC winning the social media propaganda campaign, they're going to put out memes, promise made, promise delivered, and PNM going to be talking about NIS, but you take from one hand and you give in one hand and you take from the next, because NIS, in that same bill, you're going to see NIS increase. They're putting new taxes on plastics, single-use plastics. This is where we're going to see the land surcharge and the land tax, landlord tax, and the electricity surcharge on commercial buildings. All of that's going to come on Friday. So people are going to be all up discussing, distracted, and all of these things, because you know those things affect us daily, right? You could feel that. You could feel your NIS going up. You could feel the electricity tax. You could feel the landlord tax. And you could feel property tax repealed. So one side going to be back and forth, and they're going to fight up who giving more, who taking more, who serving the citizens better. And nobody is going to be focused on the fact that in that bill, they would have passed, they would have allowed themselves to move the borrowing limit from 50 million to 45 billion. Guys, it's not even like a doubling, a tripling, a quadrupling. I don't even know what percentage of increase that is, like 1,000% increase. From 50 million to 45 billion dollars. To the media, that is what your headline news needs to be. I hope that every single economist will come out and speak against it. I hope that our conversation will remain there. And hopefully somewhere in that conversation, we will also get answers about the $1 billion that was withdrawn from our system, from our treasury, from our children's savings. And we are yet to find out where the money gone. Stay awake, Trinidad and Tobago. This is your country, and we have a right and a responsibility to steward it well, and to ensure those who are paid to steward it do so.